Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Just to throw this little tidbit out there. Let me know how that quote unquote intro goes. Still gotta kinda, toss it up in the air and see how it works. But again, I should stream more often because I'm starting to just ask what y'all want me to post. But since I streamed so late today, I mean yeah, today, since I streamed at like 3, the only person that was up was Goku Black. Y'all should go sub to him if y'all want to. Yeah, that was about it. Anyway, I asked him what he wanted since he was the only one in there. I asked him what did he want me to post. He said this, so we're posting this again. Tomorrow there will be a different. You can't. I'm gonna stream again tomorrow afternoon, and the video should be up that night. But you cannot pick the same video 3 times in a row, guys. You gotta pick. You get one chance. You get two. You get two out of the same series. You get two. You can't pick one unless all the other ones have yeah, you get two. Anyway, so this would be what if Naruto was a ghoul. So or normally I last have to start off with Karin walking. Yeah, with Karin um going inside the cave after Naruto, and Naruto, well, her saying that she has to act, well, she wants to tell Naruto something, basically. Um, so Naruto, um, wait a second. Okay, folks, my bad. I had to check. Anyway, so basically, Naruto, when Karin says like Naruto, like when she says, "Hey," Naruto is in the cave, like he's walking back and forth because he doesn't know, he doesn't want to turn Sakura. I'm not Sakura. Fuck. He doesn't want to turn Hinata into what he is because he knows that since Hinata has a Kike Genkai, she can get way stronger than what she already is. And with Naruto's lust for fighting and bloodshed, isn't gonna make a good it's not gonna make a good combination if you see where I'm going with this. So, like Naruto, he's like just surprised and shocked that she would even consider doing it. And Naruto finally sees Karin, and Karin grabs him, and like, well, he doesn't notice Karin. Like Karin's just standing there, and then she grabs him, and Naruto he still, cause Naruto is strong, so Karin has him, like she has full, like she grabbed him, like she's like being dragged by this man, not on the floor, but just being dragged. So by the time Naruto actually realizes, like he looks down and he sees that someone's hands is around him, he stops and he looks and he turns around and he sees Karin right there. And Karin was like, "Why don't you just train with me?" And Naruto stops and was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Is it because I'm not strong enough?" And okay, so hold on, really quickly, real quick disclaimer. I personally don't like the cheesy shit, but I'm about to try it just one time, and I just want y'all to tell me how it goes. Put in the comments, stamp the time, whatever you need to do. I personally just want to know how this goes, so just let me know. Back into the story. So Naruto, well, not Naruto. Karin, like, she starts tearing up, and she's like, "Is it because I'm not strong enough? Is that why you keep getting people like to become our friends? Is it because you don't think I'm strong enough to protect you? You protected me so many times, and I can't repay that favor. I can't do anything. I've just been a burden. Like, I sorry if you don't need me anymore. I'll go away." And Naruto's like looking at her, and she's like she's not at this point in time. She's just full blown crying because in her mind, the only thing that she views Naruto as like this hero, and she views herself as a burden to this hero. Like if it came down to it, that hero would choose her over the entire planet, which may be true, but you know, who cares? Um, so Naruto doesn't know how to respond, and she was like, "You must hate me now, don't you?" She's like, "I know you have to hate me." And Gara, um, first off, really quickly, Gara's clothing, he's like fully dressed in like a full cloak. And this man is weird. Like he is quick, fast, and stealthy. He's not an up close. Well, he is an up close fighter, but he like his main thing is for defense. So he's like always in Naruto's shadow. Like he's a god. At stealth, he's a god. So in defense, he's a god. But yeah. So Gara is kind of like just peeping this, and Naruto doesn't know how to respond, and Naruto looks at her, like Naruto, like cause she has like her head down, and Naruto lifts up like taps the like tap like moves her face up with his hand, like moving her face up by her chin, and he was like, "You think you're a burden?" And she's looking at him, and she's starting to tear up again because she thinks this is where it's all gonna go. Like this is where it's gonna go down. This is where he's gonna tell me that he hates me and everything else. And Naruto was like, the fact that you would even think that you were one is insane. The fact that you would belittle yourself to a mere burden to me. You're not a burden. If anything, you're more like a pest that I just can't get rid of and that I don't want to get rid of. Because a burden is someone that troubles me. A pest is something that I can be entertained by. And I don't never want to get rid of this pest. No matter what happens. And I didn't like she started crying a little bit more, and then they shit. Anyway, so Karin starts she starts crying a little bit more, and Naruto grabs her, like he hugs her, and it was like just the thought of you saying that again is gonna make me want to fucking kill you. You are the second strongest person here. If it wasn't for their circumstances, Karin, they wouldn't even be here, let alone in my presence. Sakura's a runaway. Almost, I just wanted Hinata to leave the village, hitting in the leaves. Gara almost died. Tenten literally almost died. Like, they all have circumstances, but you've been there through thick and thin. You had the option to leave, but you stayed. And that's what I like about you. And Naruto, like, Gara was like, yes. And Naruto looks, and Gara, like, vanishes. Okay, so, hold on, really quickly. Gara's ability, like, isn't just his, because, his ability is made up, basically. So his ability is kind of like he has like a teleportation ability, basically, kind of like how the flying thunder god, the flying Raijin. The only difference is that he can only teleport to people that he's close to, like that he can sense, basically. And how that works is that he basically just turns into like a weird fleshy puddle and just disappears. Like he sinks into the floor and then reappears somewhere else. Like next to the person that he can sense. Or he knows them. Like he has to know them in order to teleport to them. So he teleports to Sakura. And Sakura was let's say Sakura was training. So when Gara had teleported to her, she was swinging her sword, and Gaara almost got his head decapitated if it wasn't for its defense, which did break her sword. And now she like Sakura is mad because she has to go and get a new sword from. She has to go make a new sword because Gaara just broke her original one. And Naruto's like, and he smirks. And Naruto like they're just sitting there, and Naruto Karin was like, "Can we just stay here for now?" And Naruto was like, "Yeah, we can stay here." And Naruto calls back Gaara because he knew that Gaara was there. Naruto asks Gaara, "Can he put like his a barrier? Like, can he use his ability to put like a fleshy barrier over the cave entrance?" And Gaara was like, "Yeah, sure. It's not like that's gonna extend my chakra, but sure." So they put a barrier over it. And that's the only thing that they're doing. Like, they're just in there. Nothing else. Get your head out the gutter. And Hinata asks Gaara, why does he have that up? And he's like, no reason. And she's like, well, can I go in? And Gaara was like, no, you can't. No. And then Sakura jumps down and was like, wait, where's Naruto and Kari? And Neji was like, well, Naruto's in there. Kari's in there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're in there. And Tenten's like, oh, I see what's going on here. And Naruto, like, walks, like, he uses Kagune to peer, like, to just tear the thing open. And was like, I can reassure you that none of that is happening. And he put like he closes it back up, like it closes back up, and Naruto goes back and he sits down, and Naruto, like Karin's just sitting there and she's not saying anything. She just has like a smile on her face, and Naruto's like, "What's the smile for?" And she's like, "It's because you said I'm a pest, but you don't want to get rid of me." So I'm like, am I like that? So am I like that bug that you'd find inside your house, and that you want to kill but can't because it's too cute? And Naruto looks at her, and he doesn't know how to respond because that's too accurate. So he's like, you know what? And he's like, well, we're gonna move to go to the Stone Village. So you should probably try to get some rest. And Naruto tells this to Gaara, and Gaara removes the flesh barrier. And when everyone peers in, Naruto and Karin are laying together, but facing opposite directions of each other, if that makes sense. But they're holding hands. Oh, what, you thought I wasn't gonna make them do? I'm joking. It's a joke. So Sakura was like, "Oh, that is so cute." Tenten was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I guess." And Hinata doesn't know how to respond. And Gaara was like, "Well, I guess you gotta go to sleep." So he disappears and reappears next to Karin, and Naruto's like, "Gaara, I will fucking kill you." And Gaara was like, "Okay, not doing that one. I'm going to go sleep outside." And Naruto's like, "You don't have to sleep outside. You just can't sleep where we're sleeping. Nigga, this cave is huge. Pick an area and lay down." And Gaara was like, "But she's in my spot." And Naruto's like, "And I'm in your spot too. You don't see me complaining." And so Gaara was like, "Wait, so that mean I get to sleep where you sleep?" Naruto's like, "Sure, I don't give a fuck." And basically, what Naruto sleeps on is like this hide from like a bear. and it's like a really fluffy, like comfortable thing that Naruto slept on, like sleeps on, and everyone else sleeps on like, well, not everyone else, but most of the people that just join sleep on weird, like just yeah, weird shit. And basically, what the bear's hide is stuffed with, like Karin resold it because Karin made it for Naruto. So she killed the bear, she skinned the bear, she did the stuff with it so that way the skin like and stuff doesn't decay, and she stuffed it with leaves and sewed it back up. So yeah, it's a pretty nice bed you got going down there. And there is like a way you can unsew it and change the leaves once the leaves get dead and start crunching and stuff. So Gara, Hinata, like they all started fighting over Naruto stuff. But in the long run, not Naruto, in the long run, Hinata, Naruto just chose a random person, and he was like, I don't know, let Neji sleep on her or something. And Neji, everybody looks at Neji, and Neji was like, I am blessed. And Hinata was like, well, see, there's the problem. You're my servant, and I order you to let me sleep on it. And Naruto was like, damn, Neji, she got you there. My bad, bro. I tried to help. And and fucking he was like, now just think of that, right? Think of Neji getting shot down right there, and then play the Tokyo Ghoul theme song. Fucking hilarious. Um, um, yeah. I'm sorry. I just had to. For some weird reason, I cannot listen to the Tokyo Ghoul theme song without laughing. That shit to me is fucking hilarious. But anyway, they wake up and they start heading off to the Stone Village. But on the midst of them heading to the Stone Village, they get interrupted by a whole bunch of Leaf Shinobi. And in that pile of Shinobi, it's the original gang besides, well, Sasuke and Sakura, Team 7 and whole 9 yards. So Naruto was like, well, why are you all here exactly? And they were like, we're here to bring you back. Why is it bring the Hyugas back? And Hinata was like, I don't want to go with you guys. And Naruto was like, oh, you heard her. She doesn't want to go. Not going to make her go, are you? Because that would be bad for both me, you, and her. And Tsunade, um, Tsunade was like, you know what, Naruto? Like, she's like, you know what, Naruto? You want to have a repeat of what happened the first time you met? Naruto looks at her. I was like, that's right, you are strong. And he gets this big smile on his face. And he's like, okay, let's do this. And she activates his seal, and Kakashi pulls up his headband. And Karin, everybody on Naruto and everybody on the other side, like, what's her name? And Karin was like, hey, no interfering in their fight. And Neji was like, Sakura, what do we do? You want to go back to the Leaf Village? And Hinata looks over and was like, sorry, Neji, but did I say you could speak? If I'm getting ready to fight, you better be ready to fight. Because last time I checked, you're still supposed to be able to lay your life down for me. That's what that seal on your forehead says, right? And Neji was like, oh yeah, right. And he gets side, like he gets in his fighting stance. And they like Sasuke, not Sasuke. Tsunade jumps, like, charges at Naruto, and Naruto like disappears, and Gara appears in front of her. And was like, sorry about this, and he puts her in like a sand, like a flesh coffin, basically. like his sand coffin, like he put it into like a miniature ball, and he squeezes the ball shut, and then like since she has 100 healings, it doesn't really do anything. Well, it hurts like hell. Like she, all of her bones break, but since she has the 100 healings, yeah. And Kakashi was like, Tsunade. And Jiraiya was like, Naruto, why are you doing this? And Naruto was like, sorry, I was saving you guys' village for last, but you guys just had to come over here, didn't you? Just had to interfere. God, I hate when people do this. And halfway through like the fight, like halfway through, like when Tsunade gets dropped, Naruto's like, oh, looks like 100 healings doesn't heal everything. She should be fine though. Gar, I made sure Gar didn't, crush her into a little ball, So she should be fine. It's more or less like probably all of her bones are broken. And Jiraiya was like, I didn't want to have to do this to you, Naruto. And Naruto like yeah, see, about that. And halfway like now keep in mind, really quickly, Naruto's entire group is based off stealth. Anbu levels of stealth. So like as well, the only person that surpasses Naruto and the Anbu in stealth right now, not only are the Zetsus, but Gaara, because Gaara's ability is mainly for defense, not offense. So yeah. So but he can still fuck some shit up. So um Naruto's like, sorry about this, but I don't have time to fight you all. You see? And Karin was Karin and Tenten were fighting Kakashi, and Kakashi was being overwhelmed because first off, Tenten's just in like staying far back and shooting shooting like those spines, and he has to worry about Karin like trying to stab him like with her Kagune and the sword that she carries. So she's like having to worry about two different things, and it's like overwhelming him basically. And some of y'all might be like, "What happened to all the other shinobi?" Neji, Sakura, um, Hinata, like they're those three are fighting the other three because they're the only other people without Kaguya's. And Gaara's also chipping in, so because like Gaara's just standing in the back, is providing offense and a little bit of defense. So Naruto's like, I'm not gonna let you get in my way. And we can leave. You can take your almost dead Tsunade and go back to the Leaf Village, and I can come back and fight her when she's healed. Because don't get me wrong, Jiraiya, you're strong. And then like Naruto, everybody stops because like they can feel Naruto patience wearing thin, as in like he's getting very agitated, as in you can feel the power emanating off of him and the bloodlust that goes along with his power. And he was like, either I can leave and come back and fight her later, or I can just kill you all now because see, my patience is wearing very thin. And I don't have time for this. It's not a lot of time for this. And Jiraiya stops and was like, Naruto? And Naruto disappears. And Karin and them, like, they all just, they body flicker away too. And Jiraiya, like, saw after he had said, I don't have the time for this, he kind of saw Naruto's eyes. They kind of looked like he was in pain. And Naruto's like, well, not Naruto. Jiraiya's like, what was that about? And then he gets snapped out of it by arriving in agony Tsunade. So he had to basically what they had to do was he had to they had a Konoichi there, so she was able to heal Tsunade up to the point where Tsunade was able to reactivate the 100 healings jutsu, which would heal all of her bones. But after that, she was completely out of chakra, so she had to wait. And like as like they're like as Naruto's like squad is jumping away, Naruto stops and he like he starts to get like Naruto stops and he starts grabbing his head, and Sakura walks up to him and Naruto's like he's laughing, and like when like as he's laugh like as like he turns around, like he knocks Sakura away into like a tree, and he turns around and he like just uses all of his abilities at the same time, kind of like how what he did was with the Raikage. So like basically what was happening was Gaara tried to stop Naruto, and Gaara has a healing factor, but basically he got stabbed in the arm trying to stop him, like trying to stop Naruto, like in his shoulder. But since he has a healing factor, it's gonna be fine. But before Naruto could like do anything, Karin grabbed Naruto, and like Karin had grabbed Naruto and basically told him like, this isn't you, this isn't the Naruto that I know. And Naruto stops, looks at her, and he can see like the pain, and she's like, you're gonna kill our friends, you're gonna kill everyone that we care about, you're gonna hurt me. And Naruto like kind of stops and he looks, and like not like his eye basically, when they go quote unquote savage, their eyes glow redder than normal. So you can tell when it's all Naruto's going wild. So Naruto's eyes, like they go back to the way they go back to being normal. And Naruto's like, we need to find someone I can fight quickly. And Naruto, like as like they start to get ready to move again, and the masked lady reappears and she's like, you need to come with me now, or it's gonna be too late. You need to fight. And Naruto's like, okay, I'll come. And this is where I'm gonna be ending this part off. If y'all enjoy, like just drop a like or something. Comment, for the algorithm, stuff like that. Anyway, this will be Shinobi, and I'm gonna be heading out. Peace.